Are the people who protest in Europe, especially in Paris, in Germany, as you said, there is not all the population who protest against Jew, but they are not only against Jew, they are also for Hamas terrorists.
What I've seen is a lot of the people protesting are coming in the form of immigrants from majority Muslim countries. These people, a lot of the times, are not really helping the economy. They're feeding off of the welfare, and they're coming to not assimilate, but to kind of make their own Sharia state within those European countries. The policies of Europe, especially after World War II, allowed mass immigration from Eastern European, but most recently Arabic countries and North African to immigrate into Europe. However, the problem with this is that you have a massive percentage of the people absolutely refusing to assimilate in any way into the culture of these states, and many times creating mass crime, rioting, violence, and altogether problems for the state itself. In the UK, you had about 300,000 pro-Palestinian protesters, but within them you had also very radical Hamas supporters. The UK also designates Hamas as a terror group. This means that they're actively havening and protecting terrorists. And some of the Hamas leadership also live in the UK specifically. Same thing with the rise in France of anti-Semitism. You had many terror attacks against Jewish people in the last decade, even further than the last decade. But especially now, you see this massive group that excuses all the actions of Hamas for what they consider freedom fighters and resistance. Let me ask you something. Is rape resistance? Is beheading babies resistance? Is putting them in ovens resistance? Is kidnapping babies and Holocaust survivor grandmothers resistance? There have been reports of things that are unthinkably evil. How can you justify any of that in the name of resistance? They say that it's an apartheid. You can't have people that they are claimed apartheid enjoying the same democratic rights as the quote-unquote oppressor. So within the Israeli government, we have many Arab Knesset members. We have Supreme Court judges that are Arabic and Muslim. We have equal rights for all of the citizens, one person, one vote system, democracy, to vote who they feel should be in power. And there's no different lines to use the bus, or there's no separation officially. There is no apartheid in Israel. It's not an apartheid state. Even South African leadership has come and acknowledged that it is not an apartheid state.
And what about West Bank?
Many people believe that the West Bank has no connection with Hamas. They have Hamas members and they have many other terrorist organization members within the West Bank. Very recently, they hung 2 Palestinians that they claimed were traitors in the attempt to radicalize and show that in the West Bank they also kind of stand with Hamas. It's not so cut and dry. There's a lot of nuance to what's happening there, but at the same time, it's a legitimate threat